Angel Reese's return to Chicago was supposed to be her moment. A statement game, a revenge performance, a chance to prove the Chicago Sky made a mistake. Instead, it turned into one of the most talked about WNBA storylines of the season, and not for the reasons she wanted. Because in her first game back, wearing an Atlanta Dream jersey, everything that could go wrong did. And the moment that broke the internet, a block by Cardoso that didn't just stop a layup, it flipped the entire narrative in 1 second. But here's the thing. This wasn't just about one play. This wasn't even just about one game. This was about expectations, pressure, hype, and what happens when all of it collides on the same night. And when you look deeper into the story, it reveals something much bigger happening inside the WNBA right now. For months, Angel Reese built up this new chapter in Atlanta. A fresh start, a bigger role, a more complete version of her game. She talked about expanding offensively, handling the ball more, attacking space, making smarter reads. And fans bought into it. Atlanta Dream supporters were already projecting a breakout season. Meanwhile, Chicago, they were supposed to regret everything. That was the narrative. But hype is easy in the off-season. The real test always comes when the lights turn on.
Can't believe this is my life. Like I said earlier, the paint is wide open. Like, I can drive. I had a lot of success last year, ISOs. So just being able to come down until somebody stops me. I mean, everybody's on leash and on ride, staying with JC. So it opens up the floor, but also it makes the job easier for me where I don't have to always take the shot. Like, I can come and do inverted screens where they screen for me and they pop and I can kick it to them too. So just being able to have great players, I mean, it makes everybody's life easier.
Then the game started, and the numbers told a completely different story. 29% shooting. That's not just a rough night, that's a performance that raises serious questions. Because when your game is built around physicality, rebounding, and finishing inside, efficiency isn't optional. It's essential. And when that efficiency disappears, there's nowhere to hide, no perimeter game to fall back on, no secondary scoring option to stabilize things. Just pressure and missed opportunities.
Angel Reese, preseason basketball, we're back, baby. 3-ball, you want some? Come get some. Bang! I heard she got traded for a used jockstrap and a dirty diaper. New team, same layup package. Bang! Hey, how about the my balls? You know what they say? Free throws ain't free. How about it? Bang! They say second time's a charm. Bang! No, it's not. How about the third time? Bang! Fine, the fourth one will go in. Flick that wrist, spin that ball, wiggity, wiggity, bang!
Then came the moment. Cardoso rotates over, times it perfectly, and sends Reese's shot away. That clip went viral instantly. But not just because it was a highlight, because of what it meant. Chicago made a choice. They chose Cardoso as part of their future. And in that moment, it looked like validation. One play, 1 second, and the entire storyline shifted.
Look, it's so when people were like, oh, she's not a third or fourth option in this team. Yes, she is. Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray are the first two options in this team. Like, it is what it is. They are the first two options in this team, whether Angel Reese fans like it or not. And then when Bree Jones comes back, Bree Jones is the third option.
Here's why this moment mattered more than a typical bad game. Chicago wasn't even at full strength. This wasn't a playoff-level defensive setup. This wasn't elite pressure. And still, Reese struggled to impose herself on the game. That's what turned this from a bad night into a conversation. Because when expectations are high, every weakness becomes visible.
At the Atlanta Dream against the Chicago Sky, Angel Reese against her former teammates that she held their heads underwater and drowned them publicly to the media. And by the way, she's now blaming the media for what she said about her teammates.
Within minutes, the internet reacted. Clips spread everywhere. Every missed layup, every blocked attempt, every tough possession. And this is where modern WNBA coverage changes everything. Moments don't stay in the game anymore. They multiply online. And once that happens, the narrative moves fast. faster than any player can control. Off the court, things didn't slow down either. Reese has been open about her relationship with media, saying she sometimes prefers to avoid interviews entirely. That's her choice. But in high-pressure moments like this, media presence becomes part of the performance. Because whether you speak or not, the story keeps moving. And when you're not in it, someone else defines it.
Oh yeah, favorite possession right here. Jam! Nah, not ready. Hands a little slippery. Had too much popcorn with butter. Butter pecan!
How many times I gotta tell you, only 3 things in life are certain. Death, taxes,
And Angel Reese smoking lamps, baby! Give me all that! Burn!
Reese's.
This is where the comparison with Caitlin Clark becomes impossible to ignore. Not as a rivalry, but as a contrast. Clark faces pressure constantly, and she responds the same way every time. Show up, speak, compete, move forward. That consistency builds trust. With fans, with teammates, with the league, and in today's WNBA, that matters just as much as stats.
Made comments about playing against Chicago and heading back to Chicago. Angel Reese claims there is no bad blood. Well, she's the ones that said the bad things. Ask the teammates, the former teammates, if there's any bad blood. Angel's the one that ran her mouth.
This is where the comparison with Caitlin Clark becomes impossible to ignore. Not as a rivalry, but as a contrast. Clark faces pressure constantly, and she responds the same way every time. Show up, speak, compete, move forward. That consistency builds trust. With fans, with teammates, with the league, and in today's WNBA, that matters just as much as stats.
Of course, she made these comments on a podcast with Michelle Obama. Big Mike himself. Oh, Lord. The 2-time All-Star is determined to not repeat her past mistakes in Atlanta, even if it means fines from the league's office.
So now the focus shifts to Atlanta, because this is where Reese's future gets defined. Not by hype, not by narratives, but by performance. Can she adapt? Can she expand her game? Can she handle a bigger role? Because opportunity is one thing. Execution is everything.
Can't rely on Courtney to come back at that age that she's at, Reese said. I know she'll be a great asset for us, but we can't rely on that. We need someone probably a little younger with some experience, somebody who's been playing the game and is willing to compete for a championship and has done it before. Courtney Vandersloot, by the way, 2-time WNBA champion, 5-time All-Star, 2-time All-WNBA first team, left the New York Liberty, a championship caliber team, to come help out the Chicago. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. It's all right, Courtney.
So here's the truth. One game doesn't define a career, but moments like this, they matter. They expose weaknesses, they test confidence, and they force growth. The real question isn't what happened in Chicago. It's what happens next. Because if Angel Reese responds the right way, this becomes a turning point. But if the same patterns continue, then this wasn't just a bad night. It was a preview. And in a league growing as fast as the WNBA, those moments don't fade. They follow you.
Reese's contributions are all about making Reese look better on the stat sheet, not making her teammates better. Having 2 first-round draft picks for the next 2 years, however, a franchise can go ahead and create a formidable starting squad if you play your cards right. But even more of a benefit is the fact that, according to some reports, Sky players are thrilled that Reese is gone, making it pretty obvious she was viewed as a locker room cancer.
Now let's slow this down and really look at the tape, because this is where the conversation gets serious. This isn't just about missed shots. It's about how those shots are being missed. When you watch Angel Reese's possessions closely, you start to notice a pattern. A lot of her scoring attempts come from the same spots, the same angles, and the same type of finishes. There's very little variation. And at the WNBA level, that becomes predictable fast. Defenders aren't guessing anymore. They're waiting. They're timing. And players like Camila Cardoso are built to punish that predictability. That's why that block wasn't random. It was anticipated. And that's the difference between college dominance and professional consistency. At this level, it's not enough to be physical. You have to be versatile.
The dynasty starts after you, not with you. Chicago Sky to Angel Reese. Woo-wee! I told you that AR disease ran deep. Nobody wanted to play with that. That is wild.
This is the question a lot of analysts are starting to ask quietly. Has Angel Reese's game actually evolved since entering the WNBA? Because the expectations were clear. Expand your range. Improve finishing. Develop counters. But based on this performance, those upgrades aren't fully there yet. And that's not criticism, it's reality. Player development isn't automatic. It takes time, structure, and the right system. Which leads to a bigger question. Is Atlanta the place where that development finally happens? Or are we going to see the same version of her repeat itself?
He traded away Angel Reese and then said, we're going in. We're going in. Right here, right now. Had to get her off the team to get these players to come here.
Here's something people don't talk about enough. Hype can actually work against you. Because when expectations are this high, every mistake feels bigger. Every miss gets replayed. Every bad game becomes a headline. Angel Reese didn't just enter this game as a player. She entered it as a storyline, a narrative, a talking point across the WNBA. And when you carry that into a game like this, the pressure hits differently. This wasn't just about basketball. It was about proving something. And sometimes, that makes the game harder, not easier.
I mean, we were trying to win it all last year, and that's certainly what we're trying to do this year. You know, it's a very unique situation. I think there's over 100 players in the league that are free agents. So we really only know about 5 people or 3 people that are going to be on our team next year, but I feel like we have a great core.
Now let's talk about fit. Because this might be the most important part of the entire conversation. Atlanta already has established defensive options. Players who can score, create, and control tempo. So where does Reese fit into that structure? Is she a primary option? A secondary scorer? A defensive anchor? Because right now, that role isn't fully clear. And when a player doesn't have a defined role, performance can become inconsistent. That's not about talent. That's about structure. And until that role becomes clear, these types of performances might continue. So now everything comes down to this. What happens next? Because this is the moment that separates good players from great ones. The response. Does she adjust? Does she evolve? Does she come back stronger? Or does the same pattern repeat? Because in the WNBA, you don't get unlimited time to figure it out. The league moves fast. Narratives move faster. And the players who survive are the ones who adapt. So this next stretch of games, it matters more than anything we've seen so far. Because this isn't just about one bad performance anymore. This is about direction. And whether Angel Reese is about to silence the conversation or become the center of it,